Hello everyone, Agion here, another Dawn of War 3 replay. So on the north side as the Orc player, we have PaperBaG. So on the south side as the Space Marine player, we have LaFaf, I think. Either way, it looks like we do got two TAC Marines on along the way. And of course it's doing the thing where I cannot see the orbital drop pods. And I don't see anything building currently that would suggest a TAC Marine is being built currently. Actually, now we do definitely have this squad being the TAC Marine being built by orbital drop pod, as he was building this one while this one's still being built. We do got an early requisition generator here, so utilizing his early power for it. It does cost 34 power in total, so he has enough for another one if he so chooses, but he's probably not going to use it just yet until this one's complete, or he's going ahead and build one over here as well. We do have pretty good field control by the Space Marine player. We do got, what is this Orc player doing? I haven't seen him all too much. We do got, so far, almost 3 TAC Marines. One of them is by orbital drop pod, so we have 3 TAC Marines available versus boys, well, shootouts, boys, and perhaps more, don't want to speed that up. More shooter, so it looks like he's going to go for a heavy shooter-based play. We do got these TAC Marines starting to move forward. We do got the drop pod coming in now. We do not see the banner just yet, but we do got the wall concept being initiated. We do got the boys inside the vent, the camouflage there, making a very good ambush. We'll go ahead and snare up these guys in melee. We do got the standard coming on down a little bit farther back, but that should be fine. It gives him a good fallback point. It has pretty good radius, and his TAC Marines probably could start shooting from this area. Though, actually, right around here may have been a better spot for it. Wall Tower has been... Wall Concert has been initiated. These guys gained the Void Shield. We've got these TAC Marines now getting hacked apart. Though I thought they should have been slowed a bit more being melee. Microphone on? Yes, it is. Sometimes if I don't look at that, I sort of worry. Most of these guys are inside the heavy cover now. Ooh, this squad is jumping back and forth. That's not exactly ideal. And some of these guys are actually outside the cover, so they're sustaining a bit of damage as well.
Scout Marine squad deployed.
We've got some scouts coming on out. We do have the Scout Strike. The fire on move. TAC Marines can equip their bolters. Equipped with bolters can fire on the move, but do less rapidly than when stationary. Basically means now he can just move and shoot like any other game. And we got the improved listening post over here. Jonathan Orion's Scout Blind Grenade. The Rosarus for Chaplain Diomedes. Actually, no heavy 9-point elite point units, so we do have a lot of early gain units, so he's going to eye for that early pressure. Gabriel Angelos will drop pods, heal in a circle upon landing. So he's going to make a lot of use out of the drop pods. Over here, we got PaperBaGs, of course. We got the knobs. Knobs die. They grant stack bonus to the surviving squad, similar to like Penals and Company Heroes 2. We got healing scrap as well as tons of bombs. Shooter boys will, with loot of stick bombs, can periodically throw on their own. We do also got the healing Wog from Gorguts. The Wog would heal in addition to his usual effects. Storm boys are now available at 2 elite points. In fact, we will see them drop on in or teleport in. When Storm boys are deployed, Orc vehicles can enter a crazed state, gaining a shield and increased speed. Explodes after a delay, killing itself. Well, I wonder how that's going to work out. And we do got Gorkanaut's presence. Successful wall reduces income damage to his usual effects. So he's going to eye for additional WOG effects once his elite units are deployed. We got Gretchen's getting take up TAC Marines. There are a lot of scouts now. We do got 3 more squads of scouts. And Storm Boys are now here. We do got a nice stun there. We'll stun these two. We'll continue to stun all these units as well. Our scouts are not exactly the most durable squads. One of them will in fact get taken out. We do got another blind grenade from them. These Ard Boys being very problematic, very durable versus these scouts and TAC Marines. There goes one more scout, and we do got the TAC Marines going down soon. We do got the shield generator being hacked apart. Once removing that guy, the shield quickly decaptured. Now it's a very vulnerable shield generator. Now it'll be taking the damage itself. You got some flamers up here that can be very potent versus these melee units. But of course, it has to be stationary and use the ability. We got a scout here. He could go and just put on hold fire, use to spot the nearby area with his camouflage. Shield generator will go down. We got the flamer team now move forward. Ooh, very good stun there. You'll initiate the flamer, not hitting everything, but they will. Ooh, nice stick bomb there will prevent them from continuing that flame. And that flamer unit will in fact get cleaned up. A lot of these Ard boys are getting very wounded. One of the shooters did in fact retreat back because he is down to one man there. We got the scouts perhaps going to eye running them down. The storm boys can help cover the retreat of these units. Gretchens are facing the servitor. I think the Gretchens will win out because they have 4 pistols over 1. We do got Jonathan Orion out on the field for this first selection. Not Chaplain Diomedes, but Jonathan Orion. You don't see him all too often. He does, of course, have the Fury of the Ancients, Emperor's Light, and Stonewall.
Preparing tactical marines for deployment.
I'm a bit thirsty. Let me just go ahead and get a drink.
We are battling a weak enemy force. Look northeast.
You got still a large number of scouts. I'm going for more attack marines. I think no, this is definitely one that's just been built. Not orbital drop pod. The orbital drop pod should be off cooldown or soon. A brief moment of quietness has fallen upon the field. We do got the resource points are starting to get some observation posts upon them. Though there's no requisition generators here, so he will have less income. He is. Oh, wrong one. PaperBaG does have enough for 2 requisition generators, and he has a lot of requisition. We got the Daga Hut. We do got some tank busters and some knobs. Oh, I think that may have been Gretchen's squad. It went down pretty quick. Got the wall concert being initiated over here. You got a decent amount of units for defense. A lot of these scouts have not been reinforced. You can go ahead and just keep those in hold fire. Just use it as an observation guy. That one scout scout squad did in fact force all the automatic grenades to come out. So it'll be a bit of time before those on cooldown. You will spot this one scout here. Oh, you do got the. Ooh, the standard went down very early, and if he knows about it, he can just wait it out. The wall concert, while he can lose not having that ability on cooldown, is a bit problematic, but he has another wall tower for the concert anyway, so it's not a huge problem. In fact, he will reposition the other side. That banner was way too early. He should have dropped it immediately the engagement started. You got tank busters here. They're starting to hit the shield generator. You got blind. Another blind. Yeah, Jonathan Orion, the blind grenades now silence. Blind and silence for a duration. Other than just stun. Jonathan Orion is using one of his abilities, Stonewall. Will be getting hit by multiple melee units. He did quite a bit of a nuke there. We do got the taunt from the knobs. Will taunt the entire group, saying drawing a lot of fire there from these horrible melee units. Over horrible in melee, I should say. We got a number of good blind grenades there, but he will only slow down his opponent. His opponent is getting more and more scouts for the blind grenades. They don't do all too much damage.
Infantry weaponry upgrade in progress.
We got observation posts as well, some power, and we got the requisition generators now going it up. One of them has been built already, as well as a lead point generator, eyeing for big mass eco at the moment. His opponent is a bit low in requisition, has a bit of power to play around with, but not a whole lot. Escalation phase 2 has been initiated as well. PaperBaG here has more income at the moment and a bit of a larger army. 43 population to 43. And we do now got Gore Guts now out on the field. The biggest and the strongest war boss. Also, the WOG concert has been initiated. The lead point generator has not fully been complete, and he really will need to have that lead point generator stay up in order so he can get Gorkanaut out sooner rather than later. Gorkanaut is quite critical, and he will pick it off before. I think he actually canceled that before multiple stuns coming on out. We'll go ahead and prevent the knobs from moving any far forward. We got the large assault over here. The Scout Marines have blown a couple of stuns onto it. It really does need that lead point generator in order so he can bring in the Gorkanaut, if I didn't say that properly. Gorguts will be being hit by the turret, but that's fine. It will draw forces opponents back. We do got the knobs here. They do have the taunt here, so they can go ahead and initiate that. We'll get a stun there. We'll get a stun there. And now here comes a spin to win. It's a very good position. He needs to make sure he keeps in front of his formation in order to block the projectiles. So we got the Storm Boys out over here. And he's very close to getting the Chaplain Diomedes on the field. Or we could go for Gabriel Angelos. That turret just seems like it's reaching farther than I last remember. I only reached down to here, but apparently reaching out all the way over here. Our boys are moving forward to storm the cover. He will displace that single scout. However, there's some scouts and tech marines here, as well as more reinforcing units. Squig would do a very good amount of damage to the scout marine, but he just can't crack the shield generator. The shield generator is a very potent defensive structure. And Chaplain Diomedes is now out on the field, leading by example. However, Gorguts is severely damaged. He can use his claw to help move out. He will in fact, gets blinded while mid-jump, and will get picked off. A single scout is here, sustaining the shield generator. Oh, but moving right into this enemy force, and that's not exactly ideal. You have the lead point generator as well as a turret here, so he's eyeing to get as many lead points as possible. Knowing his opponent's composition involving a bunch of cheap elite units, he needs to get a lot of elite points for Gorkanaut. He's going to be facing also a lot of orbital strikes. Ooh, wiping out 2 squads of scouts there. This structure is severely under fire. Looks like that's a drop pod. Just some scout squads eyeing to push back the units. The lead point generator is now taking fire itself. It will in fact go down. And we've got Storm Boys jumping on into that group of units. Chaplain Diomedes is trying to engage these units, but his shield won't be able to withstand all of that fire. Looks like got the stone wall over here. We'll trap these units. And we got the banner as here as well, now calling the orbital strikes. Chaplain Diomedes has the Rosaris. Doesn't look like it actually been initiated. These orc knobs are trying to run on out. Will get killed off by Jonathan Orion.
We have engaged a weak enemy force.
I just heard mine activated. Looks like the scouts are laying down some mines. You got also 2 upgraded income here. 0 here, 0 here, and 0 here. So we do have better economy by the orc player as well as a central point. You got some Death Gun looters with the upgraded, so now they can slow on hit. So we got a massive strike here, along with multiple stun grenades coming on out. Well, however, he will be able to run away. No, he gets resets up. May see some squigs. He has some tank busters there. I don't. They are scrapped.
Our victory.
Or half scrap, I should say.
Infantry damage. We've completed a power generator.
Wog concert is being initiated. He will, of course, soon wog forward. Wog forward. Is that even proper phrase? Wog forward. We got one elite point over here. We got 3 over here. He's still far away from Gorkanaut. And these DEFCON looters are a perfect answer to these Scout Marine base play, assuming he sees them first. Because they have suppression and AoE damage for him. However, Chaplain Diomedes is soaking up a lot of fire. A lot of fire.
Marines report. Ready to drop. A listening post is active. Scouts, we've upgraded infantry damage.
Infantry damage has gone up. Now,
Generator is ready.
let's see. Do we have anything over
Scout
here?
Marine squad deployed.
I don't see the... There's a pile of guns. He's upgrading infantry damage as well.
Battling a weak
There goes those Ludas. That's actually a bit of a problem. He cannot be losing those guys. Servitor getting hit by the observation tower. Well, not the observation tower. It was actually a WOG tower.
preparing scouts for deployment.
Looks like it got the Gore Guts out on the field now.
Scout Marine squad deployed.
And there's nothing here to actually secure up this point, so he will be sustaining a bit of damage there. However, he's eyeing for harassment of the resource generator. However, there is observation post here, so you won't be able to displace that. This wall tower can only protect so much. We do got something coming on down. Assault Marines now coming downfield, but however, he's too close to the turret. He will sustain a huge amount of fire. Also, we got a big track with Super Cannon here. Of course, Super Cannon is just what it is equipped with. Storm Boys will, of course, show dominance over these Assault Marines. Assault Marines could jump out of there. He will jump out there at the last moment. You guys have all of his abilities on recharge, and I don't think their handguns can actually kill him off. We do got the couple blind grenades coming upon retreat.
Scout Marine squad deployed.
And got a number of frag grenades coming on down on the falling back squad, so they won't do all too much. We do got the shield generator going to be scared. Actually, no, he may be going for a flank. Oh, hitting the mines. That is actually a bit problematic. Gorguts is slowing down his opponent. We'll get a stun there. You can still use the spin and claw. It looks like he's just going to go ahead and run.
Machine forge at the ready.
Shield generator is under siege. However, he's stunning and blinding his opponent. And Chaplain Diomedes storming the shield generated area, preventing it from firing. And its units will, in fact, fall back in front of that turret. We'll lose one of them, and we'll lose another squad to these mines. We also got some scout snipers here. Or no, that was a scout strike. That could have sworn that looked like a sniper shot, but that was actually the first strike ability. Gabriel Angelos will be available in 50 seconds.
The standard flies.
You got big track. Ooh, that is a pretty big hit, but the thing has way too long of a detonation. But it is artillery, of course. This is going to be a big detonation. Oh, that's a huge hit. You got the big track. It's not scrapped up, so we don't have the increased have the mine ability.
Tactical squad en route.
And none of these scouts are severely damaged. This turret is getting sieged upon by the orbital strike as well. Wait, he can blind
Squad deployed.
towers?
We've captured.
How do you blind a structure? Granted, there is a guy probably shooting in there. Gabriel Angelos is now out in the field, so his opponent will have to deal with 3 elite units. And this Def Gun Loot is doing significant amount of AoE damage to these scout squads. Will in fact wipe them almost all out. Storm Buddies will probably get the last guy. Jonathan Orion is getting attacked. He's not exactly great in melee, but he will in fact fall back. Suicide Bomber will stun that squad. Gorguts is going to engage Gabriel Angelos in melee. Though he is a bit damaged himself, but they are actually about the same amount of health, I believe. No, Gabriel Angelos has a little bit more.
Preparing scouts for deployment.
This tower did in fact survive, but only a couple hits remaining before death.
Scout Marine squad deployed. Vehicle durability upgrade secured. A drop pod is available.
Oh, that's a death gun drop pod. That is a very potent position with it. The big track needs to get out of artillery mode and start shooting him up close, or shoot him close, kill him close mode.
Scout squad en route.
The Storm Boys should manage to live out through this, but they sustain a lot of fire from it.
A weak enemy force. Scout Marine squad deployed. Tactical Marine squad deployed. Scout Marine squad deployed. Scouts readying for drop.
You got these scouts now pushing forward. You can go ahead and, I would say, actually put a Death Gun Looter to help secure the generator. He hasn't seen much Salt Marine based play, so they could be quite potent in defense.
Upgrading vehicle durability.
We've got 2 big tracks out in the field. No scrap for them. He does have nearby scrap, well, for them to utilize, but he's probably going to use these. Actually, no, he's upgrading Death Gun Looters. The scrap could really help out in laying down those mines to help slow these scout squads. I mean, the mines are potent enough to do quite a bit of damage to them.
Dreadnought on standby for orbital drop.
You got a Dreadnought now available through drop.
A weak enemy force has engaged us.
These Gretchens will get spotted and will get quickly annihilated, which will also mean he knows his opponent is in the area. These guys are going on the low ground, shooting up, allowing these 2 scouts to go ahead and spot. However, the Storm Boys are moving forward. They could go and throw a suicide bomber.
Pod deployed.
Oh, we got a drop pod coming out. That must be the Dreadnought.
Preparing scouts for deployment.
No, those are scouts.
Doctrine chapel at the ready.
We'll send a suicide bomber in, do a bit of damage. Not exactly a good money shot. He should start jumping away. He will not jump out of time. However, he's using this opportunity to engage forward. Use the Gretchen to soak up the initial shot, but needs to split up these forces. You got Dreadnought now jumping in the area now.
Unleashing shockwave.
The shockwave will of course stun these nearby units. He could go ahead and use mass recall from the core.
Upgrade is complete.
Or the, not the core, the stronghold.
Scout Marine squad deployed.
He's actually going to eye it from meleeing down the machine cult. Bit unusual, but he could get it done. Gorguts is a very tanky unit. We'll go ahead and start initiating the spin to win. Of course, it does also do damage to the buildings. The Dreadnought made short work of all those non-anti-tank vehicles, well, units. And now his opponent probably is severely lacking an army. He does have reinforcements coming up, as well as some killer cons. He will not be able to get the machine called. He's going to either run away with Gorguts. So this can be repaired if he task a servitor to it. You got the attack over here. You got the orbital strike coming in onto all these units. Gabriel Angelos and Chaplain Diomedes are meleeing down a big track. Jonathan Orion has sustained quite a bit of fire. You got some tank hunter here as well. It looks like the building did in fact go down. Jonathan Orion almost dead, but there's nothing really here to finish him off. There is Gorguts actually. There goes Jonathan Orion. Their orbital strike is now laying waste to the Wog Tower. We still got this big track here, still firing. We got Killer Khan here, but the Killer Khan will get meleeed to death by the Dreadnought.
Preparing assault marines for the beginning upgrade.
Gorguts is not scrapped, so he needs to actually end the spin to win. to utilize his maximum effect. He does have, if you were to let it have the scrap upgrade, he can go ahead and initiate the, what was it? Increase speed, damage, and heals in a circle. No wait, never mind. Fire celebratory rockets, which does all of that.
Assault Marine squad deployed.
Assault Marines are not coming on down the line. This point is still alive. There's a aggression squad nearby, is repairing it.
We are battling a weak enemy force towards the northwest.
Big Track still poking away, doing his very good artillery work.
We've completed an upgrade.
You got quite a bit of power available for the Space Marine player. He does have tier 3, so
The destructor for
I was just going to say that Predator Destructor now coming on out.
enemy force westward. Upgrading vehicle weaponry.
The Daka hut's currently being, what is it building? Building a Luda squad, which is very understandable. The Big Track's going to do a massive blow right there. You got a stun coming on out onto the squad. We do need to get him into the kill him close mode. He needs to start shooting at these dreadnoughts. Massive double slam from the dreadnoughts. Gorguts is slowing them down at the moment. And this Big Track is getting melee to death.
Assault Marines readying for drop.
You got a number of tank hunters, tank busters in the area.
Underway.
Oh, this is Killer Khan, never mind. But those tank busters will, of course, get dropped on by Assault Marines. Gorguts is going to be falling back to the shield generator. Killer Khan needs the pile of guns in order to and the doctrinal ability to refill its ammunition. This unit is very low in health, but has a now the shield's now gone as well. Gorguts could go ahead and use his grappling claw to take it out. But you got the Storm Boys now coming on out. You got a stun there. Oh, Gorkanauts, not Storm Boys. Gorkanauts is now available. His elite heavy unit. He does, of course, have the all Daka. Does have the rocket fist been thrown on out. You've got a Big Track here, still raining in some artillery. This is Gorkanaut without the Gretchens. This is Gorkanaut, not the Big Butte. That's I always get those two mixed up. He's trying to deal with the Assault Marines, but I think the Big Track will finish him off with that shot. Nope, still being ever so potent. He does have the kill all Daka. Unable to heal up this unit while in combat, could jump away in 5 seconds. He's trying to run away, dance around until that time comes. Gabriel Angelos almost down, but I think the Roser's just been activated. Yeah, Roser's just been activated. And using the spin move, but he will still get killed off. You got the Predator Destructor now showing up to the fight. However, he has a lot of work to get done by himself. The shield generator is being hit by a couple Assault Marines. The Wog Tower did in fact go down. You got the, what was it? Where's the Big Track all the way over here, providing some good amount of fire support. Storm Boys try to jump upon them, but they will fall back in time. This resource point has been destroyed as well. That is a lot of missing income for the Orc player.
For deployment. Dreadnought deployed.
More and more Dreadnoughts are coming on out. I probably would have done more Predator Destructors.
This battle has escalated to the final phase.
Escalation 4 has been initiated. We've got the Storm Boys engaging. However, he's facing against power sword wielding assault marines, so he will actually lose out in that fight.
We've taken a resource point. Upgrade completed.
We'll go ahead and jump one in. He'll spot the Gretchen. He's not going to worry about that all too much. He's actually trying to secure these additional resources. Very bold. More like it's just a stall tactic for him.
Las cannon team deployed. We are battling an enemy force.
Rocket Fit has called in a gigantic meteor.
A servitor is en route. A drop pod
I think that assault marine's now dead. Or not. The artillery just doesn't do much damage.
readying for drop. We've completed a power generator. Securing vehicle durability upgrade. Returning full function.
You got a pretty good amount of suppression there. However, these assault marines will in fact jump out, no problem.
Assault squad en route.
You got some Def Dreads now coming on out.
A power generator has been destroyed.
And of course the healing scrap will re-heal it because he built this unit from scrap.
We have lost a precious resource point. You have a foe only we can.
Predator Annihilator still hasn't fully been healed. You got the Gretchen squad going down. It's a nice little scout. Gorkanaut alive, ready to pummel stuff.
Dreadnought, readying for drop.
However, there's a huge number of Lasgun Devastators. There are 4 of them, as well as a Predator Destructor. You got the big rock now coming on down. We'll roll a big miss. But he still has all the DACA. All the DACA. And you've got this more and more drops coming in. Gorkanauts has been chain stunned. How on earth tiny little blind grenades can stun this guy, I'm not exactly sure, but currently doing the moonwalk. You could go ahead and use all the DACA because he's engaged. The Storm Boys did do quite a bit of suppression, but he has sustained a lot of fire. Do got a wall contract being initiated. This course will of course heal all the nearby units. But then again, all those units over there are already full health. Run to the aid of the turret. The big track could go ahead and switch him to close fire and close, or kill him close mode.
Scout Marine squad deployed. Drop pod deployed.
Gorkanauts will get slowly whittled away. Do got quite a bit of healing thanks to this nearby standard.
We have made contact with the enemy.
No grappling claw to the high ground, and now the big track is getting fired upon. Gorkanauts is currently being healed up, but he's far from being operational. Oh, ooh! We got an attack over here. Def Dread along with some tank busters and Ard boys.
Vehicle has been lost.
He will claim that shield generator. He may want to initiate a mass recall. No, he has not done that yet. He actually just didn't call them all back.
Servitor deployed.
I thought it calls back all units. It says all units, but yet there's still half the army right here.
Las cannon team deployed.
We do got the rocks now being called on in. No damage upon the power core just yet. But has sustained a lot of losses of his own. His bonus starts moving forward. We do got Gorkanauts almost fully healed.
Deployment.
Big track. There's still a big track, but the big rock's not coming on in. This is a very good spot for it. We'll destroy that dreadnought instantly. But losing this infrastructure is a bit of problematic. But both sides has lost a bit of infrastructure.
Las cannon squad deployed.
Looks like both sides are rebuilding, reinforcing, though the Space Marine player still has a bit better income, I believe, at the moment. This point's been fully upgraded. This point has been fully upgraded. This point has been fully upgraded. This point has not, so the Orc player may have better income at the moment, but I think the total income is still in favor of the Space Marine. As guns being problematic, we'll destroy the rest of this wall towers. Big rock coming to this general location will just definitely destroy the shield generator. The shield generator will sustain the entirety of the hit. Jonathan Orion is getting hit by artillery fire. We'll get knocked back there. And do got Chaplain Diomedes leading assault over here along with a Dreadnought and some Scout Marines. So the Dreadnought did in fact go down to the tank busters. Orcanut's eyeing and push forward. He's seeing quite a bit of fire. He's now using all the DoW3, I believe. But these guys are just very resilient. The Gorkanot's just not doing as much damage as he would like. Chaplain Diomedes did in fact go down. Jonathan Orion's still alive. The resource point is still up with the observation post. However, this point has been destroyed as well as all the resources. These two defensive big tracks have been very good. I would just suggest more put some scrap up onto it in order so you can just go ahead and mine up the area.
Las Cannon team en route. A drop pod is available. We are battling a weak enemy force.
Ooh, this point was also cleaned up, so the Orc player is on very little income at the moment.
Las Cannon team deployed.
We'll miss those frag grenades, and we'll get a very good knockback there, but it's too much fire will result in death onto him.
We have engaged a weak enemy force.
You got another orbital strike for the Space Marine player. The next set of rocks will not be available for quite some time.
Has been targeted by our foes.
You got a drop pod of a Dreadnought as well as a standard now coming on down. This is a very potent position. He needs to make sure he gets a unit to decapture this point so it doesn't activate all the abilities, which he's currently not. Storm Boys is currently tied up in melee. All these units are going down. That is a significant amount of force, and he does not have the economy to back this up, losing this force. Storm Boys are constantly getting knocked back, and it looks like they will in fact get killed off. Oh, the rock coming on down.
Assault Marines readying for drop.
Both sides have lost a significant amount of forces, but the superior economy of the Space Marine player will prove supreme.
Servitor deployed. A weak enemy force has engaged us. Preparing Las Cannon devastators for deployment.
Looks like we got these points are trying to be built while in middle combat. We do also got the, not point, but the observation post from the Gretchens. Our boys will probably win out. It looks like we got another assault over here. Do got Death Tread upgraded, as well as War Boss Spore Guts, as well, including upgraded Killer Khan, but however using up all of its rocket salvo. The Death Tread losing its shield thanks to a lot of fire from the last gun teams. Big Rock came on down, doing significant amount of damage to these units. Orcanauts could go ahead and start using all the DACA, but he's just getting outranged by the lasgun teams. Big Track's trying to poke on in all their damage, but we also got an Orbital Strike here, trying to take out Gorkanauts. Not Gorkanaut, Gorguts. Now we do got this Orbital Strike coming on in. Nothing really much here to stop it. You got the unit being teleported up thanks to the Orbital Strike and will get killed off by it. You got some knobs coming on forward, but they're way outgunned. The Big Track's doing great amount of range damage, but they will be collapsed upon by this Dreadnought here. Will receive a couple punches there. He needs to switch to kill him close mode. York player is down to his last few units, has a Ardboys and a Big Track, and that is it. The Dreadnought's very low in health. He can be killed very quickly. Big Track's doing some damage.
Assault Marine Squad deployed. Point captured. May this fuel our victory. Preparing Assault Marines for deployment.
And more economy going down of the Orc player. He only has one power point now. That's not a whole lot of income to deal with. Got quite a bit of power float here, so we could see a couple predators. Turret's now under siege. There's nothing much you can really defend against this. There's a large number of lasgun devastators. Even using this very low health unit. We'll get killed off by the Big Track. There's go that scout.
Preparing tactical marines for deployment. Assault Marine Squad.
Now the power core is under siege. This probably is GG. He's actually going for the war camp.
Tactical Marine Squad deployed.
I don't think they may be chatting right now because he's not doing all too much. He has Storm Boys, he has rocks, so you just probably call casting doing nothing. The power core wasn't vulnerable for the time, no longer. And it's going to quickly go down. This is Agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.